How you doing? Today, at this moment, we are going to talk about the Mandela Effect. Oh yeah. In my research of other things, political and unrelated, I came across the Mandela Effect. Interesting. It's a timeline shift. That's all that means. There's two timelines. There's people living in one timeline and there's people living in another timeline, but the timelines have been blended. That's the best way to describe it. This is a theory of mine. That's all I'm saying. This is all theory. What a most extreme case was a lady waking up in 2008. It was in Spain or something, and she was. How did she put it? She was. She was. Everything has changed. She didn't work at the same place. Her boyfriend that she'd broken up with was living with her, still with her. Yeah, yeah. She was like all these weird things. She I don't know what happened to her, but she was like, yeah, it was. You have to look into it. I can't get into details. I didn't do the research. I mean, I didn't really, I usually, kind of brush up on my research before I do one of these videos. But you know me, I'm fly by the seat of my pants. Impromptu, improv. But the point is, she was an extreme case of actually experiencing the chime shift in a way where she was still her, but she everything normally. I had blurry vision for a while. That was about it. In 2008, I remember 2008 being a very busy year for me working, and like 15-hour days, and it was the West was on fire, Jones Valley was on fire where I was living, so it was just smoky all summer long. So me working didn't matter, but it was just a really weird year. But anyway, I don't know if that's when CERN did it. They think CERN might have blown up the universe and pushed us into a parallel dimension where we had to blend or whatever. I don't know. That's another interesting thing. Side note: parallel universes, multi-dimensional. Is it one soul or multiple souls? Oh my God, I'd love to talk about that stuff forever. But we're not going to get into that at the moment. We're still talking about Mandela Effect. Most people call it the Mandela Effect because people remember him dying in prison, and a lot of people remember reading about it. And there's even like an article. If you go online, there's like somebody posted a picture of people at a funeral of Mandela with a draped coffin, and this was in the late 80s. So in one timeline, he died in prison. In the other timeline, he became the president of South Africa. So yeah, so we're multiple. And then here's another thing: these weird creatures are showing up that never existed before. I've never heard of. Like a lot of bizarre these bats that look like almost like mooses. They're really huge, huge bats, fruit bats, whatever the hell they're called. There's those one birds. I don't know. I'm not going to get into all the weird animals that are showing up, like the rainbow desert mountains. There's just some bizarre. There's the Wall of India, and there's the Great Wall in Pakistan too. Really bizarre. They're not. They call them forts, but they're like 39 kilometers. It's a big fort. But anyway, so interesting stuff's going on in the world. Mandela Effect. From what like I said, from what I gathered, there's another interesting. There's vintage footage. I mean, that is like clear as day. There's like a 1908 in San Francisco, and I mean, there's even footage of World War One where you have Germans with flamethrowers in World War One, and helicopters. I'm just like, what the fuck? When did they have helicopters in World War One? But yeah, yeah. Oh, the first inventor of a submarine was in 1508 or something like that. In the way back in the day. And it was wooden. I didn't know about that, but that was in, like I said, there's different timelines where history changes. It's so bizarre. Names of things have changed. Some products don't exist anymore. That kind of thing. Like I said, when I was researching, you're going down a rabbit hole with that. That's all I'm saying. Don't let it mess with your head. But yeah, there's like one instance in where John F. Kennedy was shot, and there was only a two-seater. It was a four-seater, not a six-seater. And the governor, or whoever the guy and the other lady that was in the car with them, they weren't in the car with them. So yeah, that's another whole bizarre timeline shift, and we could talk about that too. But yeah, that's just another example of all the bizarre shit that you're gonna experience if you decide to, you know, like I said, you go down that rabbit hole. It's an amazing adventure, and you don't have to take everything literally. And I also have another theory about quantum computers and algorithms, supercomputer, artificial intelligence. Okay, let's just throw it out there. That is so good that it can basically fake videos. Oh, one video that I wanted to talk about real quick. Side note, totally off topic. There's an old footage of these German soldiers. They look like reserves, but they were out hunting, and it's just showed them all. You can't. There's no audio. It's just all visual. And it showed them all sitting around a campfire, talking shit. Cleaning their guns or whatever. And there's a horse, and so they're out hunting in the woods. Next, you know, it shows them shooting and stuff. And somebody's filming this, right? This is early 40s. Early 1940s. Had to be. Okay, look at the forest, whatever. Okay, the point is there's a fucking werewolf. They ended up hunting down and killing this werewolf. Okay, we're going to talk about that for a second. I'm going to break this down real quick, and then I'm going to end the video because Mandela is weird enough. Okay, in this video, it shows after they kill it, it shows one of the guys with the wound that they're attending to, right? He looked like he got attacked, but they killed this thing. But here's the interesting thing about they actually showed the damn werewolf, and it had big teeth and it's freaky. But here's the weird part: it was a female. Now, why, if you're faking a video, would you automatically make it a female? Most guys are macho; they wouldn't want to be attacked by a girl. It's just a thought. But here's the thing: it was a female werewolf, and it had very fine hair, very very short, fine hair all over the body. And what else? What other features did I notice about? The eyes. The eyes were glossed over, but it was dead. I've seen those same eyes glossed over in a deer that was hit on the side of a road. I'm not sure what you call that, but that's a natural effect that happens in things that die. I'm assuming. I'd like to look into that, but that's the point. That I saw that in that deer, and then I saw that video, and I'm like, that they either knew that would happen to the eyes of a creature. Like I'm saying, I don't think that was fake. It was really bizarre. It was a very quick video. You'll find it on YouTube. Just look up German soldiers hunt down werewolf. Yeah, you'll see it. You'll find it. Bizarre. That's all I'm saying. I looked at the footage. I was trying to dissect it and disprove it because you have. That's the point. You try to see if it's real or not. And the reactions from the gentleman, the mood, everything was weird. But when you saw the werewolf, I was looking at that thing, and the thing that really got me the most was the eyes and the fact that it was a female. It had tits. I hate to say it, but what it came down to. That was a really interesting. So basically, there's human werewolves out there that turn into werewolves, men and women. That's just a thought, theory, whatever. Okay, enough of that. Mandela Effect, crazy, right? The fascinating things that you're going to learn. We're going to talk more about supernatural stuff and werewolves and all. I just had to throw that out because it kind of reminded me of the old movies. But anyway, yeah, fun, right? We're going to talk about more stuff. Like I said, I've done so much research. I'm slowly going to kind of go through my catalog in my mind and just think of things that I thought were fascinating and talk about them. And these are two very fascinating thoughts. You have a wonderful day. Love and light, people. And fireside. Okay, bye.